Hi, I'm Sweeney Murdy for Yankees On Demand, presented by AT&T. The month of May turned out a lot better for the Yankees than April did. The turnaround due in part to a big performance from the Yankee pitching staff. It centered around the 6-game winning streak towards the end of May, and it featured a quality start from every member of the rotation during that 6-game streak. The turnaround in May was somewhat predictable, according to pitching coach Larry Rothschild, because the Yankees' peripheral numbers were a lot better than the overall record indicated. The Yankees had good strikeout-to-walk numbers and ground ball rates in April. The results weren't there. Those results were certainly there in May. The veteran leader of this staff is CC Sabathia, and sandwiched around a DL stint were two outstanding starts. 7 scoreless innings against the Orioles in Baltimore, and then 6 innings of 1-run ball during a 4-game sweep of the A's in Oakland. What's the reason for his recent success? CC Sabathia went back to an old trick, changeup, which used to be one of his best and most used pitches in his heyday in 2008 and 2009. It is once again a very powerful weapon for Sabathia. While Nathan Eovaldi still looks for the consistency that goes with the stuff that he has, he showed a good bit of it in May, including a start in Arizona where he retired his last 18 batters in a row. Eovaldi's 100-mile-an-hour fastball and his splitter, which is becoming more and more of a weapon, are a great combination. The Yankees are seeing exactly what they saw at the end of last season. Eovaldi bringing it back here, off to another good start. Ivan Nova didn't win a rotation spot out of spring training, but stepping in for the injured Luis Severino, Nova has been terrific. He said it took him a little while to get adjusted to his bullpen role, but then the positive attitude took over, and he carried that right over into the starting spots that helped the Yankees have a good month of May on the mound. Masahiro Tanaka has been the best pitcher all season for the Yankees, the most consistent, even though he doesn't have a lot of wins to show for it, a lot of no decisions along the way. He had a little bit of a rough stretch with 2 starts in May, but then picked it back up, and the Yankees are seeing the form from Tanaka they did last year. Michael Pineda is maybe the most baffling starter on the Yankee staff because his stuff is still so good. He's overpowering when you look at his strikeouts and walks, yet the hits and runs have added up, and it hasn't been a good start to the season for Pineda. What's the reason? Well, his 2-strike approach is something that Larry Rothschild has pointed to, needing to get better at putting hitters away. Clearly, the strikeouts tell you he has the ability to do it. Now he has to limit the damage. Part of the reason the Yankee starters had success was because the bullpen right behind them able to lock down the wins. Remember, the Yankees got Aroldis Chapman back on May 9th, and he has helped solidify that back into the bullpen. 7, 8, and 9, a winning combination for the Yankees in May. Chapman has been the highlight in the Yankee bullpen. Even teammates ooh and ah when they see the 100+ miles an hour go up on the scoreboard after every pitch. Andrew Miller is a bright spot again for the Yankees. He blew only 2 saves last year in the closer's role, was the closer in April until Chapman returned. In the setup role, he is just as good. In the clubhouse, he's become a leader because there are no complaints being demoted from closer to setup role. Miller does his job. He expects to do his job no matter when he gets the ball. And for the Yankees, it's been the 8th inning, and he has been just as good as ever. And knocking back down from the 8th inning to the 7th is Dellin Betances. He's been an all-star setup man 2 years in a row, and he's looking for a 3rd nod as he continues to have a strong season for the Yankees in the pen. As the weather got warmer, the Yankee pitchers heated up. They'll look to continue their role into the month of June. For Yankees On Demand, presented by AT&T, I'm Sweeney Murdy.
You can see more Yankees On Demand Yankee scoreboard content by clicking here, and can subscribe to our local YouTube channel right there.